What does a day in your life look like with your smartphone? As university students, we have become so prone to smartphone usage that we don't even notice how often we check, use, or depend on it. In our fast paced digital world, smartphones are not merely devices we use for connectivity. Instead, they are our constant companions, our tether to the rest of the world. They have become all but an extension of ourselves. To understand how this usage translates to CityU students, we surveyed 10 of them and had them fill out their phone usage data for 2 weeks. Did you know students can't even stay for an hour without having the urge to pick up their phone? This was just one of the many fascinating facts we uncovered during this research. Let's delve into the world of smartphones through the lens of CityU students. In the study, we asked participants their total usage times and the category of apps they used most on their phones every day. The average total usage time was over 5 hours. Unsurprisingly, social media apps came out on top, taking up over half of their total usage time, with Instagram taking the lead, followed by WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. Surprisingly, educational apps such as Canvas took up the least time, averaging just over 6 minutes daily, a mere 2% of the total usage time.
I think on a normal basis maybe 3.5, but in here in Hong Kong I'm saying 4.5 because Google Maps is really useful.
I think it's definitely 5. I think because using smartphone is not only for social. I think you can do your assignments by looking up all the data, all the ideas. Especially we have ChatGPT right now. They will give all of our ideas when you can't even imagine. So I think I really rely on my smartphone.
I would say 3 because I still need my smartphone to do task assignments, but then I'm not too addicted or too dependent on it.
According to our study, smartphone usage was scattered throughout the day, but there were peak periods when students' usage was exceptionally high. This included breaks between classes, evenings, and late nights. This led to the question of how smartphone usage had impacted their natural circadian rhythms, more commonly known as sleep patterns.
Yes, it has, I think. I sleep more late at night.
I think so because I believe if we use our smartphone before going to bed, we will not feel too sleepy and therefore I will sleep kind of late.
This is one of the many adverse effects of excessive smartphone use. When asked about their average daily usage time, students were aware that they were using their phones excessively, yet unaware of the extent. Additionally, in our survey, the participants indicated that smartphone usage had inadvertently affected their sleep schedule and attention span. When they try and go back to sleep, another notification pops up that sucks them right back in, straying from the original intention of going to sleep at that instance.
I think it impacts slightly because it makes me more competitive because through our smartphone we can see other people's achievement.
I don't think it's had much of an impact because even though I do use my smartphone, I socialize a lot with people. So if my mental health is impacted, it's probably by my interaction with people and not so say as the smartphone, yeah.
One of the more surprising parts of the survey was that people said smartphone usage had favorably affected their academic performance. Ironically though, the education category was the least used among all apps on their phones. However, there are a lot more benefits to smartphone usage, the most basic one being connectivity. Most people attested to our hypothesis that smartphones have made it easier to socialize and make friends. Furthermore, the survey revealed that it would be almost impossible to function in their daily lives without productivity apps such as alarms and calendars, etc.
So I think it's a big concern for university students because, as university students, we are, stressed with life and we have a lot of assignments to do. And oftentimes with smartphones, it becomes like a very easy distraction from our everyday lives. And when we're trying to focus on our things that we have to do our automatic reaction is to always have our phone next to us, right? Like to have like a timer, to have some kind of app that focuses, like that helps us focus, but at the same time, then it also backfires where then you have notifications and then you try to shut those notifications and it just, yeah, it becomes like this toxic loop. Okay, so like I mentioned before, right, we have all these apps that are geared towards productivity and health, and like everything is so accessible now because of using smartphones, and social media becomes another big thing. So it's like when you don't have your phone with you, a part of you is almost like missing. And there is a term for this, right? Like there's like this condition called nomophobia, like the fear of not having your phone with you, because then you lose that sense of like oh my god, a part of me is not with me right now, and you feel that sense of insecurity. So yeah.
In conclusion, smartphones have affected our way of life significantly. Whether good or bad, it is up to you how you want to utilize them. By being well informed about the positive and negative effects of smartphone usage, we can aim for a more nuanced way to incorporate them into our lives. So let's embrace the power of smartphones while staying mindful of our usage and nurturing a healthy balance between the digital and physical worlds.